Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, my name is Mr. Maxwell and welcome back to another side quest about video games. My throat is a bit buggered again.
Yes.
So if my throat just decides to, if my voice decides to start just crackling all over the place, that is why.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
But once again, Exile Magpie is along for the ride with us.
Hello.
So, obviously we had the Game Awards.
Yes.
So we've got a little bit of news to go through before we talk about the Game Awards.
Things to talk about before the Game Awards.
Yes.
So,
first thing, and I feel like I should bring this up as somebody who plays this game very regularly and has said a number of times that this is one of his favourite games.
Yes, and so, also has been at times singing the praises of the company.
Yeah, and I have sang
the praises. We have to call this shit out when it happens.
Yeah. Bungie has recently had an in-depth report into sexism and toxicity at the studio.
Yes.
It's not a shining review.
No.
Shall we say?
They did not pass with flying colours.
No.
Bit of an understatement.
So, yeah, not great. Not great. It's pretty much what you would think from saying when you hear that. It's nothing.
Basically, there is harassment going on. There is sexual harassment going on, and all the other bad stuff. I mean, I don't think there's anything as bad as Activision Blizzard. However, that's not necessarily that's a very low bar.
Yeah, just saying. Well, at least it's not as bad as Activision.
That's not good.
I would like to say, out of all the companies that we've heard that this has come from, almost all the companies have had some connection with Activision.
Yeah, apart from Ubisoft.
I would like apart from Ubisoft, but
but then Ubisoft would basically just acting like the Catholic Church. So
yeah, Ubisoft are the Catholic Church of the gaming industry.
Yeah,
we'll just move them. It's fine.
Isn't there a film about the New York Times breaking that story about the Catholic Church? I'm pretty sure there is. I can't remember what it's called.
Yes, there is.
But anyway, watch that if you want to understand the reference.
Is it not Shine a Light? Is that not what it's called?
It might be.
I know Mark Ruffalo's in it.
Yeah.
He plays the journalist.
The journalist.
Yeah.
But anyway, anyone who's wondering why we're going about Ubisoft, that's why. They are basically
they just move their abusers.
Yeah, someone gets accused of sexual harassment, they instantly move them on to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Don't punish them. They then get accused of sexual harassment in that place, and they just move them again.
But there is a difference here between Bungie and Activision.
Yes.
Bungie, the CEO of Bungie, has actually just straight out come out with an apology. Unlike Activision, who came along and just read, "This is all false.
This is the false
narrative. Fake news.
This is not true representation of our corporation." Bobby, if you actually spent time in your corporation, actually no, you do know, because it is the same sort of shit that you're now being accused of. By the way, you're still in charge, aren't you, Bobby? Just a little sidetrack. Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, you made verbal threats to Activision Blizzard regarding Bobby Kotick's position. Don't tell me you didn't, because that's what you fucking did. Time to start making actions now.
So yeah. Basically, do you remember when things came out about Activision, and then the CEO basically was like, "Yeah, it's not like this at Bungie."
Yes.
And all that.
Which makes
this
this
is what makes this really, really
like hand on face. Like, why?
So he came out with that, and it didn't go over well with the staff, who all started coming out with the first-hand experiences that they had in the company.
Yep.
With at least 26 of them coming forward. It's not good.
No, I mean, hell, one person coming forward is not good. 26. That's
and a heavy crunch.
Oh yes, crunch.
Someone's basically called it a boys' club. Members of Bungie's narrative team would sometimes work up to 100 hours a week during some expansions, according to the report. That's the narrative team.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's the narrative team, so fuck knows what they're doing to the actual bloody 1s and 0 guys. Yeah. Jesus.
Like, gee. Like, here's the thing though. When you get to like 50 hours, you're not actually productive. You're probably actually counterproductive if you've got someone working for over 50 hours, because they're going to be making mistakes, errors, making decisions that they wouldn't do.
It's something like 40 hours a week is like the
max.
Basically, what they say the max is really how much you should.
Is the max you should really work. It's 40 hours, because anything over that, you're just starting to suffer from mental exhaustion, and then you make mistakes, and it makes things take longer, and it does not make a better product, and it doesn't take. And it does. To be honest, like, it very rarely makes a product come out on time. You still probably will end up having to delay it.
So. 100 hours a week during some expansions. According to the report, while requests for more full-time team members were repeatedly denied, when Bungie told the narrative team not to crunch because the studio was trying to eliminate the practice, some writers continued and simply didn't report the overtime hours in order to avoid having features cut, which, it's Bungie, they're going to cut your features anyway. It's not clear when this was happening or with which expansion. The upcoming Destiny 2, the Witch Queen expansion, was delayed into early 2022 to help ensure the health of our teams, which, that is true.
That is true.
They have done that. But Halo Combat Evolved art director Marcus Lifo said in 2020 that he left Bungie in part to get away from the extended crunch periods. Yep, that doesn't surprise me.
Forsaken by any chance?
Yeah, maybe.
I think Forsaken.
Yeah. There seemed to be a lot of cut from Forsaken. Multiple interviewees also complained about Bungie's HR department. Why do game companies have an HR department? They might as well not have one.
Well, no, the thing is that the HR department is not there to look after staff. It is there to look after the company. In other words, and the problem is that the best way to look after the company is make sure your staff's treated well. But they don't see it that way.
No.
Because they think the best way to look after the company is to stop anything bad happening, and if you don't report it, it's not happening. No. If you don't report it, it gets worse.
So, one long-serving employee in particular, which appeared more inclined to protect abusers than to address their abuses. It's a well-known fact, if you talk to HR, you're putting your own job on the line, one employee said. HR has never been there to protect employees. They've always been there to protect the company. I've watched it happen a few times at Bungie where someone went to HR and things went completely sideways for them.
Unionize.
Yes.
I'm not even going to...
We are going to be talking about unionization because that is actually coming up. There are also plenty of examples for more insidious behaviour. Oh, God, here we go. Casual sexism at Bungie had a real impact on women characters in Destiny 2. I could go on for a long time about all the ways women have been made to stand by as the men on the team have written characters in baffling, unrecognisable ways. Yeah, I can see that. There are some characters who just kind of like, what?
Yeah.
Like Ada 1. She was cool. And now she just kind of stands there.
Does nothing.
She's the owner of the Black Armory. Why are you not doing anything with Ada 1? What is wrong with you? Eris, my wife, Eris. Alright? She just gets left out of things to do with the Hive.
Yes.
You know, her sworn enemy.
Her whole deal.
She's not going to get involved in this. But why?
It's the fucking Hive.
Like, she's not, like, the last season was all to do with Sabathun.
Yeah.
Why is Eris not even asked about this? She's not even shown up at all. There's some law books that are in the game that I've read, which kind of tell us where she is. But my brain, when I was reading this, was just like, Yeah, but Eris like doesn't just hate the Hive. Like, she wants to eradicate them.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to just take out everything in the...
It's like that if the Hive shows up anywhere, she's going to want to be involved.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason why she wasn't involved as... Well, no, she was involved with the Taken King. It was just, she was doing stuff behind the scenes to put things in play. And then Cade nicked her ship.
Yeah.
That was
yeah, that was funny. Cade, I miss you, buddy. I could go on a long time. It's baffling. One source said, but the lack of diversity among studio leadership is perhaps best highlighted by a story about Devon Kay, a human NPC. He's the one for the EDZ.
Yeah.
In the tower, he's the sniper.
Yeah, he's
he's the sniper guy in the church. That's all you need to know.
No, what I'm saying is he's our first contact.
He's your first.
He's our first mission giver.
Yeah,
because it's the last that finds us.
Yeah.
And
the clan.
Yeah.
Class, I can't remember her name. Hawthorne.
There you go.
Hawthorne, there we go. It's just I haven't gone to her in so long.
Yeah, because we don't.
I'm not in a. Well, I am in a clan.
We're in a clan, but nothing.
I'm the only one in the clan on the game, so our level is not going up very far.
No.
About Devon Kay, a human NPC player meets in the early stages of Destiny 2, who is gay. I didn't know he was gay. I don't really care either.
No.
He gives me cool shit at the beginning.
Yeah, no, but the thing was, like, that's not his... Yeah, he's gay, but it's not his character.
Yeah.
It's like...
That fact was originally brought to light through a reference to his partner in a single line of dialogue, but management eventually demanded it to be removed so the game could be sold in countries like Russia and China, why am I not surprised, where some same-sex romances wouldn't be tolerated. Following an internal uproar at Bungie, the reference was soft-ended, but it was still explicit enough to be recognised, and Bungie leadership ended up earning a claim for a narrative feature it tried to remove. Yeah, they've come out and made Same 14 and Osiris. They're a couple, right? Okay. That's come out. I personally think that one is much more of a we're inclusive.
Yes.
Than what Devon was going to be.
Yeah.
It sounds like Devon was just going to be like, he's gay. And that's it.
Yeah, he's gay. He has a relationship.
That's his thing.
It's cool.
But that's not what you're here for.
Yeah.
He's here to give you missions. Off you go, sort of thing. Whereas
it's just
Osiris and
Saints,
was
basically just look. This is his sexuality. It has no major bearing on his character apart from the fact that he likes dudes.
Whereas Osiris and Saint,
plenty of people like dudes.
Yeah. Whereas Osiris and Saint just seem to be. They have fleshed it out more now.
Yeah, I was about to say from the latest stuff that I've seen, they do like.
It is a lot more fleshed out now, but when they first announced it, it just kind of like came out of nowhere, and there wasn't really any references to it, and it's just sort of like, oh, okay, sure, fine, I suppose.
But like, could you not have had them interact a bit before throwing this on us?
Well, who cares? Hey, they're gay. Who cares? I mean, technically, you could say Saints is a toy because he's a robot.
Yes.
I'm just saying. All right. Okay. So there was a reply from Bungie, a message from Bungie's CEO Pete Parsons. I want to apologise to anyone who has ever experienced anything less than a safe, fair and professional working environment at Bungie. It seems like it's a lot of people. I'm not sugarcoating this. It seems like there's a fair few people. I'm not here to refute or to challenge the experiences we're seeing shared today by people who have graced our studio with their time and talent. Our actions, or in some cases inactions, caused these people pain. I apologise personally and on behalf of everyone at Bungie, who I know feels a deep sense of empathy and sadness reading through these accounts. So yeah, that's pretty much the apology there. He then goes on basically to say, as CEO, it is my job to factor both the past and the future and be accountable for all of it. Here and now, speaking with the team at Bungie reading the stories and seeing both known and newly surfaced accounts, it is clear we still have work ahead of us.
I mean, that's congratulations, Captain Obvious.
The Bungie Foundation, the studio's non-profit charity arm, announced that it will be suspended. It will be suspended. Its annual. It will be suspending. I don't know what the on here it's announced it will be suspended. Its annual. It's suspending.
It's suspending its annual.
It's suspending its annual Game to Give charity event indefinitely whilst we digest this news and supporting our employees who are hurting. The website will remain open for donations through to December 15th while refunding streams will fundraising streams will resume in 2022. That's fine. But yeah, like I said, it's all kind of shitty. But at least
it's a better.
At least
response.
Bungie have actually come out and been look,
you compare that to Activision, the other two that have had big, massive reveals, right? Ubisoft, well, something bad happened, but we're not going to do a damn thing about it. And Activision Blizzard went, no,
I can't hear you.
Look at this shiny window. Look at this shiny window. Your entire house is on fire. No, but the shiny window.
Look at the shiny window.
The house is on fire that much that it's starting to melt the shiny window. No, it's just extra shiny now. Activision Blizzard's whole thing of like this is a false representation. I'm sorry, have you not seen the way you treat your staff? Like, officially, the very fact that you're proud that you fire people shortly after Christmas, before the end of the financial year.
Not even that, right? Just the fact that they come out and they announce that they've made like 200 billion profit and then fire like 200 people. Like, how does that even work?
Like, you're proud of we can, even if it is just like a friggin' shareholder announcement.
I was just thinking this. Do you think the people who like the execs now, do you think they're all Tories?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because like
whatever country's version of our Tory party.
This reminds me when they were like, oh yeah, there's this many people who aren't paying taxes. And they're like, yeah, we're proud of that. Do you remember?
Yes.
George
Osborne.
Yeah, George Osborne came out and was like, yes, there are this many people not paying, and it was a bad number.
Yeah, well, no,
it was a bad number.
The thing is, like, they try and sell it like we're raising people out of the tax bracket. No, what you're doing is making more people too poor to pay tax. That's a bad thing. What you want is everyone making as much of the population as possible, making enough money as possible so that they are able to pay tax and not be reliant on the state. Like, your logic is fucking stupid.
That's why I'm like, oh yeah, we made all this money and we've also fired a lot of people.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? Activision Blizzard are proud of that. They were proud that they treat their fucking staff like shit, and that they just freaking kicked them out at the first fucking opportunity, so that their so that Bobby Kotick could get his God knows whatever dollars.
It's 155 million.
Yeah, bonus. And, you know, the shareholders would get their fucking money and their dividends and all that bullshit. Yeah, they were proud of that. So, of course, the stuff that they're not going to be willingly open with are really fucking terrible shit. It's like we've been saying, we're not surprised. We're very disappointed. We're angry of some of it, but we're not surprised. And yeah, Bungie, kind of like try and understand what's going on in your own house before you call other people out for their shit.
Yeah.
Because it just makes you look like a douchebag.
You look even worse.
Oh, actually, no, it's even worse because it means you're virtue signaling.
Even though you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Bungie do not take the fucking Activision and Ubisoft route.
And saying we've made
Ubisoft's route.
We have a roadmap.
Ubisoft says we're making changes. By the way, there's still been no changes.
Yves Guillemot is still in charge of Ubisoft. Yves Guillemot should be.
Also, by the way, Yves Guillemot, even with the Game Awards.
Yeah.
You know how at the beginning he was like, "Yeah, we do not tolerate any harassment and all that."
Yeah.
Eve Gilman was one of the
yes.
people part of the committee.
Yes. Same with Activision as well.
Same with Activision.
Well, the thing is that had been set up.
Yeah, but that
had been set up years before.
Maybe, but before this one, you could have just gone. Yeah, used to
need to get out.
You can leave.
The thing is, it depends on how it's been set up and what's been like in the terms and conditions.
I still would have just been like, no.
I mean, yeah, I would have literally gone, well, either that or it doesn't go ahead.
Yeah.
Either used to get the fuck out, and we'll find 2 people to replace you with, or.
Because you're telling me, are you honestly telling me if Activision and Ubisoft decided to pull something? You don't think like Microsoft and Sony and fucking Nintendo wouldn't come to Jeff's aid?
The free PR publicity that they would get.
Yeah. You don't think that those guys are not gonna sit back and be like, nah, we'll because like here's the good thing about Jeff. Like Jeff's got really big friends.
Yeah.
In high places in these companies.
Yes.
This is how he's able to get like the premieres and all this other stuff. That's how he was able to do the summer.
Yeah, Summer Games Fest.
Summer Games Fest with all that stuff because he's got friends.
He has friends in high places. He can use that clout.
So yeah, he could. I reckon he could probably go to Activision and Ubisoft and be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I personally think, like I say, it depends if there's a contract and what's in that contract. Because Activision Blizzard, just like 2K and all the others, they love throwing shit at people and then going, yeah, you want to go to court? Yeah. I hope you've got enough money to finance this for about 2 years because that's what we're going to do. Not actually fight you. We're just going to delay.
We're gonna make you bankrupt.
Delay. I'm sorry, like I said last week. I'm sorry. Was it last week or the week before when 2K were just literally like copywriting fucking words? Yeah. And I'm like, that should not be allowed. That's abuse.
So, yeah. So it takes 2 because they can't trademark their name. Yeah. If somebody asks them, what's the name of their game?
Yeah.
They legally cannot tell them the name of their game. That's what they literally have to say. I legally cannot tell you.
That's just fucking.
That the name of this game is it takes.
Yeah, it's not copyright either. It's
it's patent. Because I know Take Two tried to fucking.
It's to do with the company's image sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to remember what it is like. There's a word for it. I can't remember. But anyway,
it's absolutely stupid. But anyway, we will get to the Game Awards and we'll probably talk a bit more about this anyway. We're going to move on to Activision because recently the workforce has decided they're going to go on a strike. It's going to happen.
Yes.
I think it has happened.
Yes.
They've done another.
Well,
I think they've done another walkout.
I know that there was a walkout from Raven.
Yeah, Raven Studios did a walkout.
Studios did a walkout because of the firing of the.
I think a few other studios have actually walked out with them
in solidarity, which is fine. Yeah, totally support it. Because
I don't think Blizzard was one of them, which doesn't surprise me. But the other thing that has happened is, do you remember when you were saying that they should do a GoFundMe?
Yes.
For them just to go out and strike indefinitely.
Yes.
And just do it.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody's done it. It is currently sitting at $309.53. The goal is $1 million, but I think it's just more than I said. Yeah, that's just
as much as possible.
Link
in the video. Link under the video.
I will be linking this. For anybody who wants to fund. I have actually donated.
Yes.
I've donated $5 because that's all I can afford.
Hey, the thing is, I was like, even if you can't donate, like, here's the thing, like, if you can donate and want to, do so. If you don't have the ability to, just showing your support is enough.
Yeah. Just have the hashtag ABK.
Yeah, hashtag ABK. They will, like, because this is the only thing that is going to get change done. Because what happened? Here's the thing, right? And a lot of people in high places want to sell you the myth of like, well, strikes are just because workers don't want to work and blah, 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 and strike and unions are linked to criminal organizations and blah 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 blah. Fuck off. So here's the thing, right? People only go on strike as a last. Right, the 99.9% of the entirety of the planet's workforce go on strike as a last resort. It is literally the workforce going, listen, we've tried your way, we've talked to you, we've asked, we've demanded, we are still not happy with you treating us like shit. We're downing tools.
Yeah.
That is, like, it is a last resort. It is not the first fucking option. It has never been the first fucking option. It is always a last resort. Why is it a last resort? Because simply employers are 9 times out of 10 fucking giant assholes of douchebaggery.
Yeah, also, it's usually a last resort because you don't get paid when you go on strike.
Yeah, like
so
these people going on strike,
money.
Like you don't get paid for it. You don't get paid when you go on strike. If you're lucky, your union will support you to the best of its ability.
If you have a union.
If you have a union.
And that's if you're lucky.
Yeah. Like, strike action means you're not getting paid. You are on, like, and in the game industry where literally the higher ups, the CEOs and the managing directors think that they can just basically kick a whole bunch of people out and get a whole bunch of new people in, and they'll have miraculously an equal quality product. No. I'm sorry, logic dictates the product will be worse because those people you just got in because you're not willing to spend the money on actual experienced staff.
The fund's gone up.
Oh, well done.
It's gone up. It's $309,953.
Hey, do you know what? That's pretty good. That $300,000. Keep it going. Yeah, like no, your product's gonna suffer. If you just get a whole bunch of interns to do stuff that your experienced staff used to do,
yeah,
the product either A, it's going to take longer, or B, it's not going to be as good. Yeah, well, of course, you don't give a shit about that because you just want the thing out the door so that you can get people to get annoyed at your game for some reason, and buy your microtransactions. And I'm sorry, but we're at the point here where if your game is shit, no one's going to be buying your microtransactions because they won't be buying your fucking game.
Yeah. EA. Just pointing Battlefield out. You've deliberately done that game so that you could put microtransactions in it.
Yeah.
And no one's playing it. But anyway.
I mean, yes, you will have the whales. But here's the thing, right? When you have all your eggs in a very small basket.
Yeah,
that is a very fragile economy.
This is the thing that I've always wondered. Like, oh yeah, we're aiming for the whales. Okay. But what happens if all the whales decide your game sucks?
Yeah. What happens then?
What are you going to do then? Because then you've wasted a lot of money on making a game specifically designed for these rich people to buy things on your game, and they're not buying anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we've got the fundraisers going on. There's more strikes. There's actually even more talk about unionization. Yes. It does actually look like it's going that way. It's a lot more.
I mean, it took to the point where literally sexual harassment and abuse of power got to the point where the state of California, accused Activision Blizzard. It's took that for unionization to eventually, and it's like, dear God, like, look, I understand, like the United States of America, because this is the one it's aimed at. You guys in the US have this absolute illogical paranoia of the left.
No. It's not the it's not everyone. It's just the fucking ones.
Well, the people in charge. That's what I mean. The people in charge. They have this irrational paranoia of people getting together and having a united voice.
Yeah.
They are absolutely paranoid. It's like, oh, it's socialism. It's like, no, unions are socialism. I mean, on the vaguest of terms, yes, but a union's primary purpose is to look out for for the workers. It represents the people it represents, and they know as a group they have a bigger, more powerful, and more powerful voice when it comes to stuff like negotiations. Speaking of which, did you see the email sent out by one of the chief executives of Activision Blizzard?
I was literally about to get to that.
Segue!
Right here.
Yay!
Right here.
My God, I actually did something good.
Activision exec asks employees to consider the consequences of union.
Now, if anyone thinks that's a threat, you are right.
So this is weird for me. Brian Butelatow, former Trump admin. Did everybody just go from Trump's admin and then just go work for Activision?
No.
This feels like another one.
Did everyone who works in the senior management positions of Activision Blizzard come from a Republican president? Seriously, like the last that.
Yeah, she was a former Bush.
She was a former Bush advisor. Like, this guy's a former Trump advisor. I mean, to be perfectly honest, considering what the Trump group did, really don't want to really shout that out at the moment, per se. I mean, granted, you may have a reason to shout in about 3 years' time, but, right now, kind of keep stum. But anyway.
So he goes on, he basically sends a letter. Okay, the letter is this the letter? Hold on. I'm going to see if I hit a link. See if this does me any favours.
It might work. It's there you go. The major point, I think, is him basically going on about, like, you will not be able to negotiate your own contract. No, do you know what people want? Is people to be paid the same for the job they do.
Okay. Shall we go through this letter?
Yes.
Here we go. Okay, so this is...
Grab your popcorn, people.
This is a letter to the work staff of Activision Blizzard, dated December 10th, 2021. This is a message from Brian Butelatow. I believe.
Seriously, considering the fact that clearly there is someone in at least one person at Activision Blizzard so pissed at their employers that they are literally throwing everything they get from their employers online.
Well, this was actually just thrown up by the person who started, one of the people that started the GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Right, so everyone at Activision Blizzard, we are working hard to create a more inclusive, supported and rewarding environment. And thanks to your input, we are making progress. Why do I not believe this?
Right, first things first. Let me put it this way. The former co-CEO of Blizzard Entertainment would like to dispute that, since she was not allowed the same wage for the same job as the guy in the same position as her, and she was only offered that when she handed, not before, but when she handed in her resignation. Almost as if someone went, oh, this is not going to look good. Yeah, we'll give it to you. Like,
oh, also, you didn't.
Do you not pay attention to the work?
You didn't actually give her the job to actually do anything. You just gave her the job because it would look good.
Yeah.
But that's also another problem.
Yeah, because she also came up with things and like she was coming like with suggestions and
and you shot them all down.
And you literally just
shot them all down.
Like, it's like, look. Do you not understand that you should be literally, like, trying your damnedest to, like, your house is literally on fire. You should be putting the fire out, not just putting a pretty picture on the wall.
So we'll carry on. Okay, so in the past few months, we've announced that we're converting nearly 500 temporary workers to full-time employees at Activision Publishing Studios.
Why do you
500
workers? 500 temporary workers. Why do you have 500 temporary workers?
And
where I work, we have seasonal
employees.
Peaks.
Yeah.
So basically, we have like a group of staff that go around to different things, and they basically work at when each group is like massively busy,
Yeah.
and then they come to us, and then they do the peak period, and then they go away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not 500 people though.
I'm assuming what he means is like all the studios that are under Activision. It's like added them all up.
I know, but still, like 500 is a lot of temporary staff.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah, I know.
And here's the thing, right? If you could make them permanent, then you needed them to be fucking permanent.
Yeah, that's. By the way, that's we're converting nearly 500. It's not that's not the grand total of how many temporary workers they have.
Yeah.
Right. That's just.
only,
we're giving 500 people full time.
We are gracing them with the ability of an actual job with us.
A full time job.
Fuck off. A game studio, yes, I understand, like, there is downtime between a release of a game and the production of another one. I know. But that's why you have stuff like battle passes now, isn't it? So that the art department can make shit while all the art assets for the launch has already been done. They can make stuff for DLC and that was your reasoning, wasn't it?
So, yeah, the nearly 500 temporary workers to full-time employees at Activision Publishing Studios, and we have increased wages for a large portion of temporary workers and added paid time off benefits. Yeah, like I said, I'm thinking.
I mean, stuff that you should have had in the first place, but
yeah. We introduced a zero-tolerance harassment policy and waived required arbitration of sexual harassment and discrimination claims.
Right, see, here's again, like we said, when this all kicked off, this is stuff that should have been in from day one. This is stuff you should have had before.
We have made significant commitments to increase gender diversity and are dedicating $250 million to accelerate opportunities for diverse talent across the industry. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Go for that. We have more to do, and we believe that direct dialogue between management and employees is essential to the success of Activision Blizzard. I mean, granted, it did take the state of California to sue you for you to actually do this, but
here's the thing. They haven't actually started doing this yet.
No.
It has been a few months.
I think
we're closing.
We're beginning to close. 5 months.
Yeah,
it's been 5 months.
We're beginning to close in on half a year.
Yeah.
We are beginning to close. I think it's been over a year since the thing with Ubisoft kicked in.
Oh yeah, it's been over a year for Ubisoft.
Right? So, if they haven't implemented it now, what makes anyone who works for them think they're ever going to implement it? The fact that Bobby Kotick is still the CEO of that company makes me believe that all this is lovely little window dressing.
Oh, most likely. It's the shiny window again.
That's all it is.
Don't look at the rest of it. Just look at.
Don't look at the entire house that's on fire, that's burning down.
Just look at the shiny window.
Look at the shiny window.
As you may have seen yesterday, there was a communication supported by the Communications Workers of America, CWA, that asked employees to sign and submit union authorization cards. I want to be clear about this. The leadership of Activision Blizzard supports your right under the National Labor Relations Act to make your own decision about whether or not to join a union.
There's a but here.
Yeah. As you make this decision for your future, we ask only that you take time to consider the consequences of your signature on the binding legal document presented to you by CWA. Once you sign that document, you have signed over this to see the exclusive right to represent you.
Yes.
Well, yes, that's what they do. For the purposes of collective bargaining.
Yes.
Concerning all terms and conditions of
gets,
employment.
Meaning everyone gets paid the same amount.
Yeah, meaning everybody gets equal pay.
The problem with one of the problems with your company, the fact that certain members of your staff, surprisingly a large proportion of those are female, not getting paid the same amount for other people working the same fucking job.
That means that your ability to negotiate all your own working conditions will be turned over to CWA, just as the document says.
Yes, but here's the thing. One person wanting a pay rise can get fired. 3,000 people wanting a pay rise can't.
Yeah. Also, like, why is he... I feel like he's trying to portray it as like, oh, yeah...
this is a bad thing.
This is horrible.
This is horrible.
You can't do this. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You'll lose everything.
You'll lose your individual right to negotiate your pay rise. Oh yeah, you mean the pay rise where you turn up to your manager and go, "I want a pay rise," and the manager goes, "No, because if you either you accept this or you get out the door." Like, one person negotiating with a major corporation, guess who has all the power in that dynamic? Guess who? Yeah. It's not the one fucking person.
Achieving our workplace culture aspirations will best occur through active, transparent dialogue between leaders and employees.
So why the hell is Bobby Kotick in charge?
Hold on, wait a second. I do want to say something upon quickly. That is the better path than simply signing an electronic form offered to you by CWA, or waiting the outcome of a legally mandated and regulated bargaining process sometime in the future. Okay, so what you've literally just said is the one thing your company has just refused to do for God knows how long. Workers have been coming up to you and telling you all this shit, and you've literally just brushed it to the side like it's nothing. But now they want to unionize. Now you want to listen to their problems. Now you want to listen to anything that they could come up with.
Now you want to say, "Oh, we will actually properly negotiate with you as an individual person."
Now you'll do it when they threaten to unionize. No, fuck you, asshole. What a dick. I'm sorry.
Also, if you really cared about your staff, you would be wanting Bobby Kotick gone.
Yeah.
I don't hear you asking for his resignation. No? No? Didn't think so.
If your workers want to sign this piece of paper, you should let them. Also, I think in America it's against the law to do what he's done.
Well, technically, he has potentially, you could see what he has said. You should think of the consequences. Yeah, that could be deemed as a threat.
So it goes on. If we fail to achieve the workplace goals we have set forth, if we fail to do the things we've committed to doing, then of course you will still always have the right to engage with and vote for CWA. But we are confident that we will make the progress we've previously pledged to make and create a workplace with you that we all can be proud of. Not while Bobby Kotick's there.
Not while Bobby Kotick's there.
As always, we welcome outreach with concerns or ideas to help make improvements, and there are multiple avenues internally for dialogue, both direct and anonymous.
So, okay, first things first. Like you say, Bobby Kotick is still in charge of Activision Blizzard. So, no, don't believe that. I don't believe a damn thing you say about, "Oh, we're going to make changes." No, don't believe you. The problem's at the top. You need to cut the head off.
The rot goes down.
Yeah, the rot
it starts at the top and
it
goes down.
So, you need to cut that off at its head. Secondly, you were being investigated by the state of California for 2 years, and you did nothing. Zero. Zilch. The amount of effort you put in to that was fucking minuscule, microscopic. The Hubble telescope wouldn't be able to see it if you actually showed your effort up to its actual lens. You would not be able to find a single iota of atom of effort from your fucking company. You are only doing this because you got caught.
Yes. And now you're only doing this because they're threatening to unionize.
Because because the staff have gone, "No, we don't believe a damn word you're saying. We're going to unionize because that's the only way we're going to get actual fucking protection from yous." The people who are supposed to fucking... Your first job as a fucking manager of a company is to look after your staff. That is your first primary job of your role. Here's the thing, I can hear the fear in his voice as he's like, don't unionize. We don't want to negotiate with.
We'll have to pay you money.
We'll have to pay you more money. They might go on strike. We wouldn't be able to give Bobby Kotick his $150 bonus. We can't have that.
$150 million bonus.
Yes, $1 million bonus. Yes.
Don't forget the millions.
Yes. We can't do that. No.
Yeah. We need to back Bobby Kotick. That's the way forward for
Bobby
this
Kotick
company.
has been accused of sexual harassment and threatening a
staff
member with violent
death.
And Bobby Kotick fired a female member of staff who claimed she was assaulted by his personal pilot on his personal plane. Yes, that is the person that you really should be showing your support to.
Yeah, that's who you want to support. Hey, go for it, buddy. You go for it.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, the longer this goes on, the more I want Bobby Kotick to take them all down with him.
Yeah.
Because, like, no, you guys are just as bad. You may not have done anything, but you are supporting him, and you are just as liable for the bullshit that's happening on in your company. And yeah, like, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna break it down so that a self-interested, sniveling, ass-kissing CEO, chief executive, or senior manager can understand and maybe support it. If you're true to your word and say you will negotiate with each individual staff, think about the amount of money you'd have to spend to actually negotiate with each and every single member of staff. Which one is more efficient and less time consuming and less expensive? Negotiating with the thousands of staff that you have in your employ, or one group of representatives of those thousands of members of staff?
Yeah.
Which one's the more financially expedient? The thousands of negotiations or the one negotiation? I know what you're going to say. Oh no, but they'll have to pay higher wages. Yes, they will. But they become a better workplace. Their staff.
It may affect the. That's the one that I hate the most. When it may affect the game.
It may affect the game. They may have to charge. No. They may have to. They may have to price the game higher. I'm sorry, but have you not seen AAA games?
They're already doing it anyway.
Have you not seen that? Like, you? Yes. Okay. Fine. They claim it's $70. They claim it's $70, but like. Then there's the battle pass, then there's all the microtransactions, the cosmetics,
DLC that gets put in,
the one-off specials, the special editions, the hardback, the models. I'm sorry, but like Jim Sterling put out on his channel, the myth of the $60 game. I want to put out that it's a myth that it's $70 game.
Yeah.
Like, Call of Duty, no, it's not $60. It's not $70.
Especially Vanguard.
Vanguard is not. The initial price. They literally charge you $70 to then go give us more money.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they do. And it's the same with every single other friggin' fucking thing. At least Microsoft had the fucking sense to put Halo multiplayer free.
Yeah.
At least it was like, okay, so we're gonna microtransaction the shit out of this part of the game, so we're not gonna charge for it.
We're also gonna make this incredibly grindy.
Grindy. I mean, yes, they have put some things in place to make it less grindy, but, you know, they need to keep doing that because it needs to be fun. Games are supposed to be fun, not grindfest. I do not want to do dailies on a game unless I enjoy the game. It's the only reason why I do the dailies in Genshin. I actually enjoy the gameplay. The gameplay loop of Genshin, of going out, doing the combat and all that sort of stuff. First-person shooters? No, I do not want to do dailies in a first-person shooter. That is my definition of absolute hell.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Anyway. Yeah, so again, hopefully Activision, well, the staff at Activision can get like a union going.
Yes.
It's looking that way.
It's looking like it's going to, and I hope it is successful, and I hope it does. But we've had like near misses where the group has looked like they may get to unionize, and then something's come up at the end. with the vote or something, and it's scuppered it.
Ubisoft, yeah.
Amazon and Ubisoft are definitely two of the primary examples. So yeah, until it's like properly officially set in stone, like I'm gonna be like, just please do it.
Yeah.
Like support. Like the only people, Activision Blizzard, Ubisoft, Take-Two, EA, the entire AAA game industry has proven time and time and time again that they will not look after their staff. They don't care. They will crunch them like Naughty Dog and CD Projekt Red. They'll abuse the staff like Activision Blizzard. They will just move on the people that are responsible for the abuse like Ubisoft. No, time is for the workforce to say enough is enough. If you're not going to look after us, we're going to make a group that will. So yeah, unionize. Right, I think now it's time to move on to...
we're going to move on to the Game Awards now.
The Game Awards. So, obviously, I would have liked Jeff to actually name...
Yeah, it started off with Jeff
basically saying, like, games are supposed to be, like, a safe place for staff to work and enjoy, and games are not for enjoyment, blah, blah, blah. He didn't call out individual companies, which is kind of what I wanted him to do.
Yeah, I would have liked him to actually name
Activision Blizzard and Ubisoft primarily, but anyone else that's done absolute fucking bullshit.
But, I mean, at least he caught.
At least he
called it out, and he didn't
called
just
it out. He
didn't just ignore it and just get on with the show. So it's not what I wanted, but at least it's something.
It's better than absolutely nothing, which usually happens at Hollywood, the Hollywood version.
Yeah. So I've got it on here. I wrote everything down, but I've got it on here just in case, because my writing is terrible and it went really fast for some reason.
I think we're gonna. Again, this year there was a few awards that I was literally like, the Games of Impact was on the pre-show.
Yeah, that was the first award.
That was the first one. I'm like, no, that should be on the one. It shouldn't be on the pre-show, and two, it shouldn't be the first award. Because like. That's the award that basically is like showing everyone like, yeah, games are not just for kids sort of thing. It's like games can have as big as impact, or if not more, as movies, books, music. It deserves like the same sort of like relevance in media as those other forms, because it can have that impact. So they gave that award to
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange, and I think we did say that was one of those that probably would get it.
That was literally the first thing that came off.
Yeah,
in the pre-show.
And there was a few other awards that they just basically blasted through, like the esports ones. I'm like, fine, yeah, you can blast.
Yeah, the esports ones they blasted through pretty quickly.
But there was a few others like best strategy game and best.
Yeah, but we'll get to that because we've got it in order. Yeah. Right. So the first thing that came out was games for impact, which Life is Strange won that.
Yeah, which we've
said,
which is.
Then we got a couple of reveals and some like looks at games coming.
Yeah.
So the first thing was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Game reveal. I have a feeling that's going to be much like the Friday the 13th game.
Well, possibly.
I've got a feeling that's what it's going to be like. I mean, it might not be.
All we've seen is a teaser trailer, so like we don't know how the game is actually going to.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. It's just
not
reveal.
If it is going to be like an asymptomatic, like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
It's not the only game that's coming like that. Like Evil Dead's coming out soon.
Yeah.
So that's a market that I thought wouldn't get very crowded, and all of a sudden it's starting to look a bit, it's a bit bunched up at the moment.
So after that we got another look at Homeworld 3.
Homeworld 3, we actually got what looks like actual gameplay footage of Homeworld 3, because I think all we ever had was the announcement trailer. So like we're making Homeworld 3. Homeworld 3 is Homeworld is a renowned space strategy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be stoked for that. And
it's a pretty big game.
Yeah. I think a lot of people who are fans of Homeworld are probably getting quite stoked for it, which is, you know, it looks like it's basically it's going to stick true to its roots of Homeworld and be more of that really in-depth space combat, real-time strategy, amazing stuff.
Then after Homeworld, which we had a bit of a shock for me, I wasn't expecting this. Telltale Games is coming out with The Expanse.
There's going to be an Expanse game by Telltale Games,
and it looks like they've got the cast.
Now, granted,
some of the cast from the series.
This is not this is Telltale Games, but I don't think anyone who is from the original Telltale Games is part of this Telltale Games. I don't believe that is true.
Well, who knows?
And they've got another game coming as well.
Yeah, we'll get to that one when we get there.
But The Expanse is amazing. The story of it is great.
It's generally looking like they've got, because they've actually got the lass.
Yes, the character that's in the trailer. They've got the person who plays her in The Expanse to do the voice, and I'm like, yes,
this is great. This is
amazing. This is what we want.
And then after that, we actually got gameplay of Babylon's Fall, which is the new Platinum game that's coming.
Yes.
Which I've been keeping an eye on because I like Platinum. It does use assets from Final Fantasy 14 as well, but nobody knows. Apart from Final Fantasy 14 players.
Well, if they've got the right, if they've been granted access to be able to do that, then
but it looks cool.
But it is a Final Fantasy. Isn't it a Final Fantasy? It's a Square Enix.
It's a Square Enix game.
Published game, isn't it? Yeah.
Square Enix are publishing it. Platinum are making it. It looks cool. I like.
It does look cool. I
like the idea of four-player
action combat game. Yeah, that's was it a stylish action game or whatever it's called? Anyway,
it's whatever Platinum. It's their type of combat.
It's whatever Bayonetta / Devil May Cry is.
It's whatever Nier is.
Yeah.
Whatever Nier Automata is, because that fucking, oh my god.
Anyway, my one concern is that it's
a live service.
Planned to be a live service, and Square Enix live service.
Their last live service
is the Avengers.
It's not great.
No.
Well, who knows? Maybe this one might be the one that works.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Look, here's the thing: you work Platinum. You work on this as a functioning game first, then put in the live service. Yeah. Do not do what Crystal Dynamics did and work on a live service and then put a game in it.
So after Babylon's Fall, we had the Chivalry 2 update with the snowball fights.
Yes.
So the Christmas thing.
Oh, yes.
Then after that, we got the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak trailer, which is coming out in the summer of 2022. This was already known about because Capcom did their big reveal of that. I think it was the Tokyo.
I think it was just a little bit more like.
The one after that is Thirsty, because you wrote that one down. I was making a sandwich.
I want to say Thirsty Sinters. I can't remember what the game was. I mean, I've blooming slept since
Thirsty
then.
Suitors.
Thirsty Suitors, that's the one. I
actually can't remember what that one is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the that one. It's the weird art one.
Yeah, it's isn't this the one where we went? Well, what the hell is the game?
Yeah, it's one of those. It's got the woman, the old woman lifting weights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what this is. Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything. It looked like a platformer, then it looked like something else.
Yeah.
And then who knows? So after that, we got the Evil West. We got gameplay for it. Evil West is basically
it's
Van Helsing sort of look.
Yeah.
But it's a third person instead of a top down.
Yeah, so it's a Cthulhu-esque Westerner.
Yeah, it looks really cool actually.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool.
And then after that we had Perfect Worlds. That was not Perfect Worlds. The game's made by Perfect Worlds. I don't know why I read Perfect Worlds. It's Have a Nice Death.
Yes.
Which looks awesome. This was the game that I was like most.
Yeah, he looks. The main character looks quite.
Death is adorable.
Adorable.
Death is adorable. It's actually called Have a Nice Death, and it looks it's very Hollow Knight-esque.
Yes.
But it's much more cartoony.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god, the sprite work.
The animation is fluid as like. It is so well animated.
Yeah.
Really well, and the boss designs look really cool as well. Like, this is potentially the next Hollow Knight, I think.
Yeah, I think it will be.
I think it is the next Hollow Knight. I mean, Hollow Knight's got its semi-sequel, the
DLC.
That's it's not out yet.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been out.
I may have just missed it. Anyway.
It
looks really good, really interesting, and we'll see how well that comes. That's probably one we want to keep an eye on.
The one after that was after that we had the best audio design, which was Forza, which we said was probably going to be Forza.
Yeah, because we said like the car design, sound design. They definitely did put a lot of work. Like people go on about Gran Turismo and their whole sound design and how like they just go ridiculous. Like they will literally put a microphone.
Yeah, in the engine.
In the engine.
Yeah, it does sound like that's what they did for this Forza.
Yeah, and yeah, like
it's got good sound design.
Yeah. They got it right.
Then we had the announcement for Planet of Lana. Now I didn't really get much of this, but it looks. No. I got very Star Warsy, Tatooine, Luke Skywalker vibes.
Yes, with an art style that I would not look at miss from Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
So I'm look, as a Star Wars fan, I'm literally like.
This reminds me of Clone Wars.
Yes, the good Clone Wars, the ones that came out before
the CG one, the one done by the guy who does Samurai Jack.
Yeah, that series was so good. Anyway, but yeah, I would definitely not say no to this. That's another one to keep an eye on. Then there was the announcement of...
The next thing was... there was an announcement that... Because it's Persona's 25th year.
Yeah.
And Persona 4... They're doing like a 6-month thing.
The Persona 4 fighting game is coming out on PS5.
Yeah, Persona Arena Ultra Max or something like that. It's coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Because it came out on PS3.
Oh, yes, it did. It did.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could probably get it on your PS5.
On PC, it's coming to Steam as well. That's the other one it's coming to. But yeah, that's cool. Teddy was there with his bear jokes.
Yes, his unbearable puns.
Yes, as I would put it. But after that, we had Best Indie Game, which went to Kenna. And I'm so happy it went to Kenna.
Yes. I
really, really wanted to. I didn't think it was going to.
As their first game.
Yeah.
I think it's a really it's a beautiful game. Yes, is it perfect? No. Does it deserve probably to win something? Yeah, I think it deserves some recognition. It's probably because it is a beautiful game, and it is, apart from one or two things, which is like they're a new developer. They'll probably learn from like these sort of things. Like it was well put together. So.
Then after that, we had an actual gameplay look at
I don't believe.
But I do think that was more of a scripted gameplay.
Yes.
Thing, like a cinematic gameplay.
Yeah, so like there wasn't actual a lot. Yeah, you did the running and you did the throwing of the spear.
Yeah, but you're like on a rail. Sort of
thing, but pretty much you can't do much.
Yeah, but it looked good.
It looked absolutely phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, it looked amazing.
The giant was kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. But yeah, it looked really nice. It looked clean. But apparently that's actual gameplay.
And that is literally what the gameplay will look like. And I'm like,
until it actually gets released, I'm not gonna believe it.
Here's the thing, right? The only other person director-wise, right, that I've ever seen basically go from cutscene to gameplay with a change in graphics is Kojima.
Yeah.
That is literally one of his calling cards. Like, everything is done in in-game engine. Everything. And so, like, if Senua, was it Senua's Saga?
Yeah, Hellblade 2.
If Hellblade 2 can maintain that graphical fidelity and introduce the gameplay elements that it had in the original, it's probably going to be potentially one of the best games of the year. Probably when it releases.
Yeah,
easily a contender. But like, I am gonna bet on the everybody remembers Watch Dogs. Yes. Everybody remembers Watch Dogs. Everyone remembers Cyberpunk. We have to be cautious.
And everybody remembers, especially The Division.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, yes, two of those games were both Ubisoft, and this is Microsoft, but still, like, we've been burnt before.
Yeah.
It's promising, but we have to, wait till the game comes out. Wait till it gets closer. Wait till we actually get actual, like, proper, like, go, like, because this is definitely a scripted scene.
Yeah.
Playable probably, but it's still a scripted scene. Like these things will happen, and in this order. But once we get into like the actual full on, like, go from here to A to B, fight these monsters, do this thing into next section, only then will we see how much of what they've shown us will make it into the final product. Yeah. So
we're just holding ourselves.
Touch wood. Right. It's looked promising, but touch wood. We've been burnt before.
Yes.
We're not going to get burnt again.
We then got the Star Wars Eclipse reveal trailer.
Yes, and this is set in the High Republic.
Yes, which is, there's not really much.
Which I think is pre-Old Republic.
Yes.
So there's not a lot of like lore per se in it, which is why they go back that far, because then they can do a whole lot of
yeah,
stuff.
they can do whatever they want.
The problem is, right, is that you've got to make it look sci-fi, but make it look older than make the technology look sci-fi but older than Phantom Menace.
Yes,
basically, like that's you have to, which is something the Old Republic, the MMO, fails miserably. Really does.
Yeah.
Because it's got stuff that like looks like it's got turret, like some of the turrets on launch. I mean, they may have changed a whole bunch of stuff, but they had like anti-vehicle turrets.
Yeah.
They looked exactly like the things in Hoth for the Battle of Hoth. Like that's the thing. It's like, wait, hang on. Are you telling me over 200, like over however many hundreds of years between now and the Battle of Hoth, technology for anti-vehicle weapons does not change at all? Are you kidding me? We're talking like this. Like the thing is, like that sort of thing is like. There was an entire civil war, the Clone Wars, that goes on between the now and then, and like the one thing you know about wars is that technology goes through leaps and bounds. Like things change during wars. So yeah, so like that balancing act is going to be one.
This is also the Quantic Dream.
Yes.
Game. So this is most likely going to be one of those like choices thing. So we might not have to worry too much about the.
Technology. Yeah, potentially. It's an announced trailer. We don't actually know what the game's gonna be. So.
But after that, we got basically a little teaser trailer for Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Wonder Woman's getting a game, and I was very happy about this.
Yes,
I like Wonder Woman.
Diana Prince is one of the most badass women on the planet. She deserves her own game. I'm surprised it took this long for the more modern generations to get one.
It sucked that the last movie was so bad, but
Diana Prince is still a badass character. I don't give a shit. I'm looking. Yeah.
I don't know. Did it show? I know it said Warner Brothers because I know it'll be a Warner Brothers game.
Yeah.
But did it say which studio?
I don't know which studio is working on it. Yeah. So we'll have to figure that one out.
So then the award for best performance came out, and I actually said I wanted Maggie Robertson to win.
Yes.
Because she's Lady Dimitrescu. And yeah, she won.
Big, tall, booty.
I didn't think she was. I generally thought Colt, the guy who plays Colt, for Death.
This is one of those where it was like last year when it was the last that plays Abby.
Yeah.
Got it. And I say, well, I understand why some people would want her to win it because it's still a very good acted role. But I personally thought, is it Ellie? The one who plays Ellie? Ellie's character, her voice actress, did such a good job that I thought she should have. And it's one of those where it's like, I can understand almost every single one of those people getting it, why they would get the nod over the other four. Yeah. But personally, I was like you. I would like, So, she's the best thing about that game.
I wanted Maggie to win.
She's the best thing about that game.
We then got an announcement for Alan Wake 2.
Yes.
Which they also announced that this one's going to be a proper survival horror game.
Yes, because the last one was Alan Wake is just basically a horror game. Very well done, very well scripted, very well acted, and very well portrayed horror game. This is actually going to be an actual survival horror. So that's item management and resources, scavenging and storing and praying to God that round that corner is not something that will eat your 3 bullets of ammunition.
They did give us a 2023 release schedule.
Which is fine, because it's an announcement trailer. I don't expect an announcement trailer to be something 6 months away.
Yeah. Then we got the movie trailer for Sonic 2.
Yes.
And it was, it looks good. It looks better than the first one.
Yeah.
Which is good. Jim Carrey, I think he's hammed it up even more.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Which is fine.
I've always thought Dr. Robotnik was always just some sort of like
insane
hammy character to begin with.
Yes.
So
he's gone full Eggman.
I like Jim Carrey.
In a Sonic movie, when you're playing Dr. Eggman, the only thing you should really do is go full Eggman.
And Idris Elba is Knuckles.
Knuckles, yes.
And he sounds great. It looks good. Knuckles looks good.
Yes.
And they've got the original actress, or voice actor, I should say. Actress. Who plays the voice of Tails from the animated series.
Yeah, and
there's one of the games.
Sonic Boom. Or basically one of the people that
she's usually Tails in almost everything.
She's playing Tails, which is great. It's lovely.
We then got a little bit.
Here's the thing with a Sonic movie: it's not going to win Oscars. It's not going to be the best, but it knows what it needs to be, which is a fun movie. It looks like it's going to be fun. The first one, yes, it's not brilliant. Yes, the plot is pretty
painted by numbers.
Yeah, but it's fun, and that's what those movies are supposed to be: fun.
I do like the fact that Sonic's trying to be a superhero.
Yes.
And he's named himself
Blue Justice. The thing is, they're portraying Sonic as basically as a young teenager.
Yeah.
He hasn't actually grown to maturity and all that sort of stuff. Which, if you understand the way the first movie goes out, it's he's still going to be a arrogant kid because he hasn't. In a sense, that's the thing. I think that's the reason why, for the story wise, they brought Knuckles in for this one because, Knuckles is going to be you need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah,
because this guy's gonna not make. He's not gonna mess with you. And also, Idris Elba.
Yeah, it's good voice.
Damn, good voice. Son.
He makes him sound mean. He's good. After that, we got just a little bit of a gameplay trailer for Horizon Forbidden West.
Yes, but we actually saw the combat in motion. Yeah. It looks good.
It does look good. We also saw a lot of the robots moving around, and very smooth.
Very smooth. The combat looks very smooth. It's looking like it's going to be one of those games where if someone is really, really, really good in that game, it's going to be really fun to watch them just literally annihilate a whole bunch of robots.
It's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. We then got basically so Final Fantasy VII Integrated is going to PC.
Yep.
Not surprised.
Timed exclusive on the Epic Store, which has finally got us a basket.
Hey!
It's only took you how many years, Epic, to put in something that should have been there for day one? But it's a bit sucky that it's like timed exclusive, but it's coming to PC, and that means more people are going to get to play it, which means great things, because everyone should be able to play every game possible.
Yeah, it's this Thursday.
Yeah.
This Thursday comes.
So, if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII Remake, Part 1, integrate.
There you go. Go for it.
Do
that. Fun. After that, we got we basically going to look at like I think it's going to be the first mission of Witch Queen.
Yes, they said that it was actually going to. That's the first mission.
So it looks okay.
Yep. You have a hive knight.
With a ghost.
That has a ghost, which means you kill the knight and it comes back. To which I'm like, oh god, no. I mean, they're not the worst ones to have a ghost.
No.
But there's not that many.
Could you imagine an ogre?
There's going to be an ogre with a ghost.
Yeah.
There's going to be an ogre with a ghost.
Yeah, there is.
There's going to be an ogre with a ghost. We know this is coming, and it's like, this is pain.
To be fair, as long as it's not the wizards, I fucking hate the wizards.
No, you know that's going to be the most common fucking type. Like, how do you make wizards more annoying? I know, let them resurrect themselves. Let's do that.
You know, the enemies that you kill from it, you do kind of really kill from a distance.
Yeah, you can't go up close and personal unless you have a specific weapon. Usually for me, it's a shotgun of the same element type as a shield. Bang, bang, dead. But that's at max light level. We're not going to be at max light level when we start facing these things.
So after that, we got the best action game was awarded, and that was rewarded to Returnal.
Yes, which instantly gave some people the inkling that Deathloop wasn't going to win Best Game of the Year.
Well, yeah, because
it was on the best.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be the best action game, it can't be the best game.
Yeah.
So yeah, they kind of gave the game. They should have put that's one of those where it's like, yes, we know it kind of deserves to be nominated, but we're not giving it to it, and we're going to nominate it for the best game of the year, which means that if it doesn't get that, people are going to tweet that it's not going to probably be.
But yeah, Returnal deserved. I fucking love Returnal.
Returnal is a very, very good action game.
I love Returnal. It's so fun, just to like. Once you get used to the combat in that game, it's so fluid. It's just zipping around, shooting everything, blast. Oh. It's such a fun game. I might have to go on it later, I think, just to redo it.
It's easily one of the best roguelites as well. And you know, I think the one thing stopping it from even greater things was that it was a little bit short.
Yeah, it's quite short to play.
Yeah, it's quite short, which is a bit. But
it's very reliant on you dying a lot for it to like expend its time.
Yeah.
Which is fine because I die a lot.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, Returnal, I wouldn't definitely say no to that. I think I said Deathloop because I was going off the logic that Deathloop was going to be was one of the contenders for Game of the Year. So I was a bit surprised. I think a lot of people were.
After that, we got Split Ahead, which is by the guy that brought us Silent Hill. This was that really weird. It looked like it was going to be like a big horror game, and then it just went all actiony all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then the music did not fit the game.
So I couldn't tell. Is this supposed to be a horror game or is this an action game? What?
Like, this is from the person that gave us Silent Hill, so like I was expecting psychological horror.
Yeah, we did not get that.
No, we did not. It was a guy like, and I think the jarring difference between what we were expecting and what we got is what made us like, really?
After that, we got the Nightingale revealed. That was the one with all the portals and different worlds, and they've like crash landed.
Yeah.
And they need to like survive.
Yeah.
It's a survival game.
Yeah.
and they need to do things. It's actually by the former BioWare boss, Aaron Flynn.
Yeah, it looks like a bit like a sci-fi-ish version of 7 Days to Die.
Yes.
Sort of thing. Where it's base building and co-op and things are out to kill you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it looks good.
It looks good.
After that, we got Gollum. We got a little trailer for
Gollum. Again, no gameplay. And
I still don't know if anybody's actually. I mean, who asked for this?
Yeah.
I've not seen anybody be like, yes, I want to play as Gollum in a game.
I mean, like, his actual role in the movie, in the book, isn't something that would spill into like spin-off main character. Do you know what I mean? It's like Gollum's purpose, Gollum's thing in the book is a specific point and purpose, and I'm like, it may be a good game. I'll give it a chance.
Yeah,
but
I'll wait for.
It's not something that I was.
I'm gonna wait for actual gameplay before I make a judgment.
I'm not really fussed about it. It was nothing I was really looking forward to or wanted.
We got Somerville after that. I'm trying to think what Somerville was.
Somerville was that alien...
it's the alien one. It's from the makers of Limbo. It's the family. You've got to just run away from the
I need to know if the dog dies.
Yeah, I need to know if the dog dies.
That is now highly dependent on whether or not I play this game. Does the dog die?
We then got...
I'm worried that the dog will die because it's an alien invasion and it's the family pet.
Yeah. Dog's going to die.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it. We then got the...
I'll watch... Here's the thing, right? I will watch someone play that all the way through, and if the dog survives, I'll probably buy it and play it.
We then got the Cuphead DLC Island announcement. The Delicious Last Course.
Yes.
It's called.
Yes.
It looks like more Cuphead. So if you
insane,
like
infuriating boss rushes. I mean, granted, yes, the animation is amazing, the gameplay is amazing, and it's really, really, really good game. However, some of those bosses need to go to hell and die.
Yes, and stay there. But then after that, because we had like a little Vermintide announcement, which was the Warrior Priest.
The Warrior Priest, also known as one of Sigmar's Chosen.
Yes.
And I love those guys because they like Zealots in the Warhammer verse are fucking amazing. They are.
Oh, sorry, I got it mixed. That wasn't mixed, but it's fine. After Cuphead was the Sonic Frontiers announcement.
Ah, yes.
The open world
which
Sonic
you
game.
literally said, you know what, Sonic's having, because people are saying Sonic's having a bad time with the current generations.
Oh, yeah.
Games are doing not that well, and they're not really that good. And you were, because they need to go open world. And lo and behold, as you finished that, they showed an open world Sonic game.
But they do. They needed to go open... Right, Sonic's needed to go open world for ages, because what Sonic's best thing is the speed and how fast he can go.
Yeah.
So you either give him a linear course where, like the 2D games, the 8-bit and stuff like that, or you give him an open world where you can just run wherever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as they put in the features that actually work, so make it so that like you don't have to climb to get up things.
Yeah.
You can just spin and
there's a spin ball.
Yeah, just do all the just make Sonic. Right?
Because I think the thing is that they've always tried this like halfway house.
Yeah.
With Sonic in 3D games, where like it's basically running into or from us towards a screen, and it's not an actual proper open world. Like the closest they've got to a 3D Sonic, good 3D Sonic game was Sonic Adventures 1 and 2.
And they weren't great.
They weren't great, but they were the best ones. I mean, the last one, Sonic Forces, was
okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was better. Let's be honest. It was better than the previous games that had come out before it.
Sonic.
Let's be honest.
Was it Sonic?
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom. Oh god,
it's terrible. And there's a few others.
Secret of the Colours or something like that.
Yeah. And let's not mention Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's not forget that guy.
And Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah. Yeah,
there was like they don't. It's almost as if they don't understand what makes Sonic Sonic.
So yeah, I think an open world game can work for Sonic.
Yes,
as long as
they have to make the traversing fun.
Yeah,
because the one thing that you should not have to put into a Sonic the Hedgehog open world game is a fast travel mechanic. Yeah. You should not need to do that because the whole thing of Sonic is going fast.
Yeah, going A to B as fast as possible.
If, like I said, like Spider-Man on the PS4 has a fast travel function. I never used it. Never used it because I always the traveling
Actually,
mechanic.
speaking of Spider-Man, you know he's in Avengers now.
Yes.
Do you remember what I said?
He's going to swing from
the sky.
Yes.
He swings from the fucking sky.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like, yes, this is fantastic.
Well, yeah, because it was the only way. It was the only way it was going to work.
I like to think that there's the helicarriers there, just permanently above him.
Yeah.
So he can.
So he can do that. Oh.
In these giant open spaces where there's nothing really to swing from. But anyway,
like if you've got a massive open world game,
yeah, you need to make it fun to traverse.
The traversing needs to be fun. Otherwise, you're just going to get people going from fast travel, and doing the bare minimum.
Like for me, Ghost of Tsushima. No, I'll use fast travel in Ghost of Tsushima, but I only do that for the recording. When I'm not recording and I'm just running around finding the secrets, I'm usually on my horse.
Yeah. Yeah, like
especially now that I
riding the horse in like
charge.
Breath of the Wild and Ghost of Tsushima are freaking amazing. Like, and then there's Metal Gear. Metal Gear's doesn't. I wouldn't say the traversing is fun, but like it's the whole thing of like approaching, looking at your target, scouting it out, finding the route, going in, doing what you need to do, getting the hell out, not being seen, and it's just like so good. Yeah. But yeah, like for Sonic, like they have to make the traversing fun. If they don't, that is the primary focus that needs to be done with Sega. That's what you need to do. That is your primary role. Do that, because if you don't, your game's gonna suck. But yeah, so open world Sonic, I'm like, yeah, give it a go. Why not?
So
just don't make it a Ubisoft collection fest.
Yeah. After that, they breezed through a load of awards. I actually missed one. I don't know which one it was, but I did miss one. So Best Art went to Deathloop, which we said most likely. Best RPG went to Tales of Arise, which I actually said probably will get it. Best Music went to Nier, and I said if Nier did not win this award,
we were going to have words.
Someone was going to have words, because Nier's music is just, oh my god! You like just listen to any song from Nier, and you'll understand. Best Multiplayer went to It Takes Two, and then Best Narrative went to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes,
which there's a lot of
there's a lot of people showing like one of the late game cinematics, and it's like the one thing I've never seen in a squad game.
Oh, is the banter.
Is the banter between people who have supposedly known each other for years.
Yeah.
And Guardians of the Galaxy, that first trailer they showed of them just talking to each other felt like actual people talking to each other.
Yeah, it actually felt like a conversation was actually happening.
The script writing is phenomenal. So yeah, it deserves it. I would like Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy deserves best narrative.
After that, we got some gameplay for Tetsuya.
Yes,
which actually looks really good.
It does.
It's very Zelda-y.
Very Breath of the Wild.
Which, to be fair, let's face it, if you're going to copy an open world game,
Breath of the Wild is not a bad one to copy from.
Yeah, go for it. A lot of puzzles.
But also like we thought she was just like possessing animals, and it's like no, she can possess inanimate objects. Here's a lamp.
Here's a lamp that she's going to throw at these people.
Yeah,
quite monstrous, quite murderous there, but okay. But yeah, Tetsuya looks fun. It actually looks a lot more fun than the other trailers were showing.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
Also, like, I want it to do well. I really want this game to do well because then it means that it can show like, games that are not from your Europe
big.
or Japan or
America
or Southeast Asia. Yeah, there are people who can actually make good games from like Africa and India and like I want that to do well because it's a gorgeous looking game.
Yes.
And yeah, the more people, the more different, diverse groups that get into gaming and making games means we win because we get more diverse, more games, more different takes on games and gameplay and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be great.
After that, we got gameplay of Suicide Squad.
Yes!
And I was like, thank fuck. I've been waiting for this for ages. I actually thought they were going to show us actual gameplay at the DC fandom, but they didn't. They just showed us like cutscenes in gameplay engine.
Yeah. No, we want an actual
I wanted
gameplay.
to actually see how it would work.
I'm dibbing. I'm taking
Shocking.
dibs on Shocking. Nom.
I'm Harley. I like Harley Quinn.
I know.
The zipline gun just looks mint. Captain Boomerang as well. I'm quite interested in using Captain Boomerang.
I mean, yeah.
With the teleporting thing.
Deadshot. I've always been a fan of Deadshot because like fucking edgelord, bloody sniper, unmissable god.
Yeah.
Like Deadshot just has that whole cool of like, yeah, I'm just I'm just the best. Like, there's no one can stop. I am untouchable, sort of thing. I love that character, but like, but Shark King is literally like I love the whole way. Like he's a in your face smash mouth. I'm a problem.
The fact that he can eat them. The fact that he can eat them as well.
I'm gonna nom.
Hand. Fucking oh my god, shocking.
We need to get
Suicide Squad. Yeah. Oh, shocking. Sylvester Stallone.
Oh.
Like I honestly didn't think when they said Sylvester Stallone is going to be Shark King. I thought, oh no, that's not going to be good. I said, but no, he's perfect. He is shocking. It's fantastic. It's so goddamn good and funny. That's the best thing about it. It's just bad. But anyway, moving on. Gift. Oh my god. Nom nom. Is that all you can say? Nom nom. No. Oh, fucking. Oh, it's so good. But anyway, moving on. We went, got some more stuff for Forspoken, which I'm kind of hoping they just maybe stopped giving me stuff now. I don't want to really see any more.
Yeah, it does feel like the only stuff they're giving us, though, is like early game stuff.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
They've shown us a bit more of the combat, which was the one thing that they hadn't shown a lot of.
Yeah.
And it actually does look interesting, and I like the fact that there seems to be different like levels you can throw out, and depending on what like how potentially like a charge mechanic where like if you just tap it, she'll do like
she'll just lob a fireball.
She'll just lob a little fireball, but if you hold like potentially charge or hold it, and she'll like do these hand motions, and the spell gets more and more powerful, and then she unleashes like a nuke or something. It's like I'm like, okay,
I like this.
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. How is your implementation of it, though? Yeah. That's what I want to know now.
But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that I don't really get much more Forspoken. I would like to go into Forspoken because I've already seen enough that I want to see.
Yeah.
Like I've seen how you traverse the world. I like that idea that she's just like, oh, I can just fucking run this, you know?
Yeah,
I like that.
I can just create a blooming ice surfboard and just go.
Like you know, that's all I need. Like,
the traversing looks fun.
So I don't really need much more.
And the combat, look, that was the one thing I was like, okay, so how is the combat going to look? And the combat looks pretty darn cool. So I understand they wanted to like give a basic like premise of what the potential plot line is going to be. Like basically like
it's isekai.
Yeah, she's
been isekai.
She's been isekai. The bad guys are literally like, we need to burn the witch.
Yeah, there you go. If you've ever seen an isekai, it's literally an isekai.
Yeah, she's been isekai'd in. Granted, her first experience of that isekai is to see a dragon, which, you know, would be a brown pants job there. Yeah. I'm sorry, if anyone saw an actual dragon right in front of them, yeah, no, you wouldn't be happy about that.
We then got a reveal trailer for Space Marine 2.
Yes!
I'm actually really happy about this.
Yes, Space Marine 1 was not a perfect game, but it was a fun game.
It got Space Marines right.
Yes, granted. you're the boring ass Ultramarines, and yes, there has been to you boring ass Ultramarine supporters. Yes, there has been work on the Ultramarines. They're not as boring as before, but they are still boring.
They're still the goody two shoes of the Space Marines. Let's be honest. That's what they are.
Yeah. You know, they're not like the Salamanders or the Dark Angels or the Blood Angels who could go absolutely batshit crazy.
You never know. We might get other Space Marines in this.
True. There will be in the multiplayer because
that's if there is a multiplayer. We don't know. We don't know if there's going to be a multiplayer or not.
That's true. We don't know.
There could be.
But probably is.
But I want them to focus more on the single player than do a.
But the thing that they got right is like Space Marines do not. I mean, technically they do go behind cover, but it's basically so that they can reload, turn around, and go bang.
Yeah.
With their giant ass.
It's like the whole fact that like every step, like in the first one, every step that you made was just like this. It didn't matter what it was, just like.
Yeah, it's like the thing is like what people don't understand with Space Marines is that because usually you see like Space Marines versus Chaos Space Marines, and they're both the same size because they're the same. Yeah, in a sense, there's just one person. One of them's been corrupted by Chaos. Like, or they've gone up against Necrons, or like you don't understand like what the deal is with a Space Marine. Yeah, until they shove them next to an Imperial Guard.
The best thing was in gaming. Was Fire Warrior. That was the first time for me, that you really saw the size difference.
Oh god, yeah, the fact that you were dwarfed by them.
Yeah, and you was little Tau Fire Warrior. It's like, I've got to kill that with this.
Oh, by the way, that's just a normal Space Marine. That's before we get into Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, or Primarchs. Have you seen them? Those fuckers.
Yeah, the Primarchs who are coming back in the 40k, which I'm kind of not happy with but that's personal opinion. Yeah. They're like just read the Horus Heresy books and you'll understand what the whole deal with the Primarchs are. Yeah. Because my god, I'm literally like, wait, how the fuck did any of these fuckers die? Gulliman can actually survive in 0G without a helmet. He doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, so moving on. Again, I'm very happy that Space Marines get a sequel.
Yes, I'm happy as well.
They also had a little interview with the devs, and he had that giant fucking
chainsaw.
That,
by the way, that
awesome.
Chainsaw, that's just that looks like a normal sword in the Space Marines.
Yeah, they looked really, really happy that they were making.
And on the bigger Space Marines, it looks like a dagger.
Like this seems like this was a game that they've wanted to be making for a while.
Yes, and it's good. It's great.
The director, I think he's the director, basically was saying that they've took the stuff that they've learned from the other games that they've made, and they're putting it into this one.
Also. Tyranids.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be fighting Tyranids in this one.
Tyranids.
It's like I said when we were watching the trailer, it's all fun and games until the Hive Tyrant shows up.
Yeah, because the Hive Tyrant is fucking huge.
The Hive Tyrant's even bigger than a Space Marine.
Yeah.
And even stronger. If I remember.
Well, Hive Tyrants are basically like your commanders for the Tyranid armies, and they are no joke.
But after that, we got the best action game, which was Metroid Dread.
Yep.
Yeah. Did I say best action for thingy? What was
I think
Returnal won best action, didn't it?
Yeah, Returnal won best.
Yeah, action. What is it? It's best action.
Action adventure.
Action adventure game. Yeah.
Yeah, best action adventure game was Metroid Dread.
That's Metroid Dread. Right. Which I wanted Metroid to win something.
Dread is a very good game
because I want Nintendo to see that Metroid has a fan base and can do well.
Yeah.
Which Metroid Dread has done well, and it's so good. So hopefully Nintendo can look at that and be like, yes, we can make more Metroid games.
Yes. By the way, also, could you please somehow fix whatever's going wrong with Metroid Prime 4?
Yes.
Please. Because,
we would like that as well.
We would like that game to come out.
Well, after that, we got a reveal trailer for Dune Spice Wars.
Yes,
the
granddaddy of real-time strategy.
Yep.
Dune. Yes, I mean, I'm happy because I'm terrible at real-time strategy games, but I love playing them because I love making a giant-ass army of little dudes and sending them off to their merciless death.
We then got another trailer for Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yep.
So it looks cool.
It does look cool.
It looks like Borderlands.
It does look, yeah.
I like Borderlands, so I'll probably be buying this.
Yeah.
I do like the little jokes of D&D that they've got in there as well. Like the whole cheese puff that's falling on the board, and then Tiny Tina lifts it up and pretends it's like, it's levitating. It's actually just a rock. It's not. It's
just a magically floating away.
Yeah. We then got Among Us VR.
Yes.
Which could. I'm actually going to watch people play that.
I want to know how the hell that works. I mean, the thing is like VR setups nowadays, like, it is impressive what they can do now. Yeah. So I can see this working pretty darn well. It depends on whether or not they can solve. Like, the big problem with most VR games is motion sickness. As long as they don't have many problems with that, this should be good. So yeah, that'll be fun to watch. People literally crapping themselves when the alien, whoever's playing the friggin' alien, kills them, because that's going to be one hell of a shock.
Yeah. After that, we got a teaser trailer for Steel Rising. That was that doll, like, sort of Renaissance looking game.
Which we first initially thought, is this
I was thinking, you said Liza P.
Liza P.
And I went, no, it can't be Liza P. Because, I mean, it does look like Liza P. It looks like a very Bloodborne-esque type game.
With marionettes. And
it looks like you're going to be the marionette. But I was thinking, no, it's too bright to be Liza P. Because if you've seen the trailers for Liza P, it's very dark, very oppressive.
It is extremely dark.
This one looked very, very bright, so I was like, no, this can't be Liza P. And then it's Steel Rising. No gameplay, it's more of a reveal trailer, but it's
one to keep an eye on. For anyone who's a fan of Souls games, especially Bloodborne, because it does seem to be a lot of Bloodborne elements like trick weapons and all that, which is pretty cool.
After that, we got Metal Health Singer, which is it's going to be one of those games that's like metal music. You know, that shooter that's...
Yes. It's basically the combat is in tune. Like, if you can time your shooting and stuff with the music, which you get like a little bar you'll do more damage. You do more damage, you get better rewards, etc., etc. And it's like...
this one's actually going to have singers from metal bands.
Yeah, they've got Thingy from Trivium. The list is pretty impressive.
Got the guy from Lamb of God, which is quite impressive because Lamb of God, man.
The list is pretty impressive. I'm like, I may not play this game, but I may listen to its music.
Yeah, Randy Blythe from Lamb of God.
Yeah. I may listen to its music non-stop.
We then got Best Ongoing Game was awarded out to Final Fantasy XIV, which if Final Fantasy XIV did not win this game,
we would be having words, Jeff.
Then something would be very wrong. But yeah, Final Fantasy XIV won that. Deservedly so. It's killed it this last year and a half, I would say. It's really, really done well. So then the
thing is like, it's been killing it without a major expansion.
Yeah,
that's the thing with Final Fantasy XIV, is that it's almost as if WoW's expansion came out, the whole thing with Sylvanas kicked off, and everyone was pissed at that, and they just went, do you know what, I'm just going to try the free stuff on Final Fantasy XIV, and all the Final Fantasy XIV community went, yes, please,
come over here, it's fun.
Oh, this is really a slog, don't worry, we'll help you, come on.
So yeah, Final Fantasy, it deserved it's the only
key point, though, to anyone who is trying, who has not yet started playing Final Fantasy XIV but wants to. Do not skip
A Realm Reborn.
Cutscenes. Do not skip cutscenes. Do not skip dialogue, because it is going to have vital information later on.
Yes,
So it is. Yeah, it's frustrating because it feels boring, but don't, because a lot of people who have skipped the don't understand what the hell's going on, and then they've dropped out, and it's like, no, you need to kind of understand what's going on, and this stuff is laying the groundwork to what you're gonna learn later. Which I've kind of like. I think WoW has a lot to answer for with that, because it kind of does the whole. It kind of like doesn't. It got people to just skip a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because it just kind of trains you into skipping everything, just getting to the end.
Yeah, get to the basically to the raid. Yeah. Get to the raid, do the raid. Get the raid, do the raid. Get the raid, do the raid.
I've actually missed something. Star Trek Resurgence.
Ah, yes,
which is the other
Telltale's game. And here's the weird thing. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I pretty much have. I'm a fan of both Star Trek and Star Wars because I'm simple. You give me you give me a giant space battle with giant spaceships blowing each other up,
and you're happy.
I'm very happy. Both Star Trek and Star Wars has given me that. It's also why I'm really happy about Babylon 5 coming back.
Yes. Another Star Trek looked really good because you actually got a little bit of gameplay in there.
Yeah, we did. It's set after Next Generation.
Yep.
So, like that bit between Next Generation and potentially Voyager, like same time as Voyager, maybe a little bit after Voyager.
I think it's
like D69, Voyager, and Next Generation are pretty much.
Yeah, I think it's set just after when the movies finish.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's what they've said. That's when it's set.
That's fine. So none of the bullshit of Picard.
Yeah, so we don't have to talk about Picard because that's fucking garbage.
They had a good premise. The premise is amazing, and they ruin it.
Yeah. So we move on to after the award was handed out, we had Rumbleverse, a new battle royale game coming to Epic.
Yes, Epic, who have a battle royale, are deciding to bring out competition for its battle royale.
Yeah, Epic, who have the biggest battle royale,
decides to bring out competition for its battle royale.
Yes.
Yes, because
it looks to be more of a melee type game. I don't know. Maybe it's going to add combos into it. I don't know how it's going to work.
I don't know.
I mean, it looked very Fortnite-y.
Yes.
Let's be honest. It looks Fortnite-y. But hey, if that's what Epic want to do, go ahead. I mean, we then got I was very happy about this. I got a little gameplay trailer for A Plague Tale 2.
Yes.
Plague Tale Requiem. I really liked the first one. Other than the final boss, but if you play the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was fun. It's a good game. I'm really looking forward to the next one because it looks like we're gonna get more stealthy in this.
But there's gonna be actual combat as well.
Yeah.
She gets a crossbow. Holy shit!
I'm gonna have a crossbow.
She can actually fight.
It's gonna be fun. Then there was more Dying Light 2 stuff. To be fair, this is another one where I don't really want any more Dying Light 2 stuff. I've seen what I want to see.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
Yeah. We don't. Now we're potentially spoiling ourselves. So don't do that.
We then got Crossfire, which I actually can't remember what that was.
Crossfire X.
I want to say it was that car game.
I think it was.
Plague Tale. Crossfire.
Oh no, Crossfire was yeah.
I know it's a 2-player game.
There's always a game we can't freaking remember what the trailer was.
But okay, so yeah, Crossfire X was announced. I can't remember what it was. But after that, we got the Innovation and Access game. Yeah. Which went to Forza.
Yes.
For the sign language.
Yes, because Forza actually has actual sign language in it. They have a person. They literally there's an option to have a person do the sign language for you in the game, which is pretty darn cool and really, really, really well received and should look. I'm all for accessibility for everything, so that the more people that are able to play games, the more people realise that it's there for enjoyment. Blah blah blah. And So
this is good. Then the guy, what's the company?
I'm trying to remember what they did before.
I know they made Payday.
Yeah.
I know they made Payday.
Overkill.
Right? Overkill. Yeah. They announced that GTFO was getting
It's got its full release
on that day.
Yeah. The game that Ubisoft are ripping off for their new Rainbow Six game.
Yep. The best game direction was announced.
Do you know what? I think Overkill must be really pissed.
Oh, I would be.
I would be.
Deathloop.
Yeah.
Got best game direction, which is fine. To be fair, all those games deserved.
Yeah, they were so well put together with their art style and all that sort of stuff together, game direction wise, and you could see again. There was another one where we said like each one for their own merits could potentially win it.
Best family game went to It Takes Two.
Yes,
which is lovely. We then had a breeze through a ton of awards. Best fighting game went to Guilty Gear.
Because of course it did.
Best strategy went to Age of Empires 4.
Because of course it did.
Best VR went to Resident Evil 4.
I don't agree
And
with
then
that.
the Elden Ring award went to Elden Ring.
Yes.
Most anticipated game for the second time for 2 years, Elden Ring.
I mean, hell, it's why put anything else against it? There's no need. I think we saw. Was it? We saw the story trailer.
Yeah, we saw like a story.
So the opening cinematic. I think that's the opening cinematic we're seeing, which basically sets the whole plot. That is the only thing of the story we're going to actually get given to us.
We also got a little teaser for the Halo TV show.
Yes.
I'm not really interested in it. I don't really care.
No, but there will be people who do.
Oh yeah, because Halo's got a massive.
And remember, everyone, the helmet stays on.
Yeah. We got another trailer for Synced Off Planet, which is that weird sort of battle royale game where you got to get off the planet.
Yes, which is...
It's a PvEVP sort of game.
Mm-hmm.
It's whoever can get to the rockets first. Then Arc Raiders was after that. And Arc Raiders was the free-to-play co-op shooter.
Yes.
It's from the original guys behind Battlefield and Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. Again, it's a bit.
No. When Battlefield was good and Battlefield.
Yes, I know, but no. What I mean is with the game.
Yeah.
It's a bit too early for any judgment, but it's got some. The people behind it have some pedigree, so yeah.
We then had the Matrix Awakens trailer.
Yes, it's like the demo / game.
Yeah, it's really just a show off for the Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it is very, very good.
Yes.
It is very, very good.
I've been hearing people scream from the rafters how good it is. It is really impressive. So let's be honest, the Unreal Engine 5 can do some amazing things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks good. If you can, check it out because it's on the Xbox and the PS5.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's free. It's a free download. It's not very long. I think it's about half an hour. But yeah, it is quite fun. Give it a go if you want. But then we had the best game, and we thought Deathloop was going to get it.
We thought Deathloop. I said It Takes Two should.
I can't remember.
I personally think
I think I said Resident Evil.
Yeah, you said Resident Evil, I think, and I went. It Takes Two should get it for the fact that it does so many things really well. The story is really good. The animations are really good. I mean, hell, I don't know. I mean, considering what they do to that elephant, I wouldn't class it as a family game.
Oh my god, that elephant! Let's not talk about the elephant. Yeah, but It Takes Two won.
Yeah,
which is great, and the guy's speech was just fantastic. He was just on.
It was a speech of a guy who did not have a speech.
Yeah, it was a speech of a guy who didn't realise he was going to win.
They're the best ones. They're the best ones. The ones who don't realise they're going to win, who didn't know until their name's called out and go, yeah,
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
Thank you. It wasn't.
The fella you just went.
The Oscar guy.
You know, 3 years ago I was over there saying fuck the Oscars. Now look, yeah, the Oscars can get fucked because this is getting better every year. The fact that you went, yeah. By the way, I have 2 kids. Like, go have kids. They're amazing.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah, It Took Two. It was a deserving.
When he got home, he put a tweet out of him when he got home with his little kid. He's it's so adorable. Yes. It's so adorable. It's great.
It was a deserving. I'm going to say this right now. This was a far better Game Awards than last year.
Yes.
Far better.
I mean, yes, there was probably too many adverts still, but
I'm going to be honest with you. It felt that there was less adverts in this one.
It did, but a lot of the adverts were also very game related as well.
Yeah, I suppose.
So,
well, no, they were last year, but they weren't like the adverts that were on. They felt very short.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't feel like watching this Game Awards did not feel like a slog like last year's was.
Oh yeah.
like last year's with The Last of Us winning everything, it just honestly just felt like, oh my god, 4 hours.
Damn.
It felt like 4 hours. Well, this one it felt like more like a 2-hour thing for me.
Yeah, which is.
And again, it didn't feel like there was that many adverts.
I personally think they shouldn't have rushed through some of the awards that they did.
Yes, I'm still going to complain about that. That's always going to be my complaint.
Because it's your awards show. That's what you. That's
don't.
what you're
you should
there
not
for.
be.
You shouldn't. Don't rush through your awards. Also, there was a lot of times when a guy in a last would go up to the stage and only the guy would speak, and I found that very odd.
Yeah.
I was like, what she? There was I can't remember which award was, but there was definitely one where I was like, okay, so why did she come up?
Yeah.
She didn't speak at all?
Yeah.
Like, what's she
there?
there?
It was just inclusivity.
What's she there for?
We're inclusive. Look.
I know, but it's like...
Look, we're inclusive.
But if you're really being inclusive, you would let her speak.
Look.
Like...
Look, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules of inclusivity, alright? God.
No, and well, clearly the people who will say they're inclusive don't either. Because they don't understand what inclusivity actually means. But anyway, yeah, it was actually a good game. It was a much better game.
There wasn't one game taking everything, which did not deserve to get everything that year, but we'll not talk about that. That's the past.
I mean, hell, we all know next year what's winning everything.
I don't know. Next year there's a lot of good games coming out.
Elden Ring is coming out.
Elden Ring's coming out, but we've got God of War. We've got Horizon Forbidden West. No, the thing is, I
understand what you're saying. That there are really, really good games. I know. But I have a feeling like Elden Ring is just going to blow everything away. I literally am looking at it and going, okay, please don't beat Cyberpunk. Don't fuck this up.
Okay. All right, I'll give you that.
So, if it wasn't Elden Ring releasing next year, I would easily say that it's going to be a hell of a contest for whoever's getting Game of the Year and blah blah blah. But like, there just seems to see something about Elden Ring coming out.
Yeah,
there is something about this one that is like...
I think it's because it's FromSoft.
Yeah.
I think if there's a company that we could like say, okay, maybe they're not going to release the best game, but they're not going to show it as a game that's like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Where we see all the best bits.
Running on the highest possible fucking technology.
Yeah. But we don't see...
Well, we're going to get an actual true representation of what the game is going to be.
Because that's what FromSoft has done with all their games.
Yeah.
Like, they've never really shied away from the fact that some of the Dark Souls games, like, they are the way they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Lighttown.
Yeah, Lighttown.
Lighttown, the area that would literally kill your frames.
Yeah, it would kill your PS3. It would kill your PS3.
The frames would go into single digits, and it was rough. Oh boy, it was rough. So yeah, but look, like God of War came out of nowhere in a sense. Like I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
So, like I'm willing to be wrong and say.
No, this is my
I'm
thing.
expecting Elden Ring to win a lot next year.
I think Elden Ring will win a lot, but I think there's actual other games that are coming out.
Yeah,
next
it's
year
not going to be.
They're actually going to give it contention.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be sort of like every award's going to go to Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring's going to win Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is actually going to win a Game of the Year, but I don't think it's going to just run away with everything.
No, possibly not. But yeah, that again, and that's the thing is, the game could release and it could be crap.
I don't think it's going to.
We don't know.
I don't think it's.
We don't think it is, but like
because here's the thing: we've had the beta.
Yes, I think that's
the
thing that's like put me at ease with like going like, okay, I can start to get excited for this game because like the beta's come out and everyone is raving about it.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing that's making me really think that Elden Ring is going to be ridiculously good. Is that everyone who has played a Souls game has played Elden Ring and gone, yeah, this is good. And it generally looks like a step up. Yeah.
Like that formula's finally moved on to the next sort of like evolving. But anyway, we shall leave it there. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat, and I will see you in the next one.
Yeah. Do you guys have did anyone not win an award that you thought?
Yeah. Who do you think should have won the awards?
There's not, this is your opinion. It's not,
a wrong answer.
There's not a wrong answer.
And we'll be doing this again next year.
Besides, all it is, if it's your favourite game, that is your favourite game. It's only opinions.
Yep.
It's only the internet.
We will be doing this again next year.
Yes.
So the next big announcement thing, I think, will be Summer's Games Fest. So we've got some...
Summer's Games Fest / E3.
Yeah. We've got some
E3's
time.
around. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this chat. And we'll see you in the next ones. Bye.
Doodles.